What's poppin', people? It's your boy Smasher here, back with another video. Today, we're showing off the Mastery setup. Just a quick video here. Some of you guys have asked for my Mastery setup, so here it is. I'll just go over the most important things. So for offense, we have 5 out of 5 precision, 5 out of 5 cruelty. These are the most important masteries that you guys need to unlock ASAP. It just makes you do more damage, more crit rate, more crit damage. Those are like the main things. So make sure you guys get these unlocked. You only need 1 point in these ones, but fully max out these two. Next up, we got 3 out of 3 in Despair. Debuffs applied to enemies reduce their healing and regeneration effect by 50% each, up to a max of 100%. So each debuff on the opponent reduces their healing by 15%. So champs that do a lot of debuffs can reduce the healing on champions by a lot. Obviously, not the most important, but if you have units to spend, I recommend that one. I have 1 out of 5 in Deep Wounds. Bleed debuffs your champions inflict last 0.5 seconds longer. If they have more current health than their opponent, bleed debuffs inflict an instant bleed, dealing 0.2% of the opponent's max health as direct damage. So basically, bleeds just do more damage and last longer. And we got 1 out of 5 in Assassin. Against enemies below 18% health, your champions gain 20% attack and decrease enemies' defensive ability accuracy by 12%. If enemies start the fight below 18%, your champions also gain 30% offensive ability accuracy. So basically, once you get the defender to 18% or less, your champions are going to do more damage. It just makes the fights end faster. So I recommend this, but it's not the most important. You guys definitely want to spend your units on these two right here, precision and cruelty. Next up, defense. Here is the skill tree. So the most important one is willpower. For each unique debuff your champions suffer, they heal 0.7% health per second and gain 135 armor rating until the effect expires. It has no effect on robots. Basically, when you have like an armor break on you, any type of debuff, like nulls, living abyss, anything, you just heal from it. So this is really powerful. I highly recommend 3 out of 3 in willpower. It's just very good and you benefit a lot from it. I also have 3 out of 3 in recovery, just to boost that up even more by 15%. I have 4 out of 4 in block proficiency. I highly recommend this so you guys don't take a bunch of block damage. Yeah, get this to 4 out of 4. We got 4 out of 5 in stand your ground. While blocking, your champions have a 33% chance to resist a block break by a heavy attack. This is basically just for battlegrounds, so you don't need this if you're just questing, but for battlegrounds I like to have this just for like defense, so that way like let's say my opponent is fighting my AI defender and they go for a heavy attack, there's a chance that my defender can resist the heavy attack and cause them some issues. So that's pretty much it for defense. So far I'm recommending 3 out of 3 willpower, maxing out precision and cruelty. Now for proficiencies, parry, 3 out of 3. You guys know. It just increases the duration of your stuns, so I highly recommend 3 out of 3 in parry. Limber, I have it at 5 out of 5. It reduces the duration of enemy stuns. This is mostly for battlegrounds as well, because when my opponent fights my AI, and then they parry, it'll just give them less and less time as the fight goes on to be able to hit me. So for questing, this isn't that important, but There are some nodes, like Encroaching Stun, where this would be helpful as well. Alright, next up is Stupefy. I have 3 out of 3 in that. I recommend that. Next we have Petrify. I have 3 out of 3. When the opponent is inflicted with a stun debuff, they also reduce enemy regeneration rate by up to 30% and power gain from attacking or being attacked by up to 30%. So, yeah, I recommend Petrify 3 out of 3. You just lower their regen rate when you stun them and their power gained. So that helps out. Dexterity, only have 1 out of 3. That's all you need. And that's it. So I'll just go over my biggest recommendations one more time. 5 out of 5 precision. 5 out of 5 cruelty. We got 4 out of 4 in block proficiency. And 3 out of 3 in willpower. I also would recommend 3 out of 3 in recovery. And then we want 3 out of 3 in parry, 3 out of 3 in stupefy, 3 out of 3 in petrify, and 1 point in dexterity. Other than that, you can put your points in whatever you want. If you play battlegrounds, I recommend limber. I recommend stand your ground. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I also have another loadout for recoils if you want to see it. Here it is. I'm not going to talk about it. You can just look at it yourself. The only thing I will say, I have 3 out of 3 in liquid courage, 3 out of 3 double edge, but only 1 point in recoil. If you're running recoil masteries, I recommend only putting 1 out of 3 in recoil, or else you're going to be taking too much damage. But here's my recoil mastery setup. You can see the offense. You can pause the video. Defense. And proficiencies. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you again very, very soon. Peace out.